Mr. Adams?
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Sir, listen to me. You had nothing to do with this. You did the right thing.
He was bleeding. I saw him.
I know. And you did the right thing. You offered to help.
He didn't answer. How could I have known?
You called the police. There was nothing more you could do. That's not your fault.
What should I have done?
You tried everything.
Are you sure? Yes, I did everything I could. You're right. What do you want to know?
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m.? Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those two goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
What do you mean by acting tough?
More than once I overheard them talking to Mr. Moore, like they were his boss. The world upside down.
They worked for us, just like your dear Mr. Moore.
I hope they won't find another job anytime soon.
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. A newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff, and is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her, but not to that point.
I imagine the girl left with her mother?
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions.
Huh. You managed to calm him down. I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions. Jason, Lydia, and June. A little family all together. And in large format. Lydia. Radiant and beaming. A real jungle in the heart of Boston. A truly peaceful oasis. Why were you looking for peace, Jason? I warned you, Jason. God, did I warn you? We destroy all that we touch. They wanted to bring a little vacation back home. A signet ring with a beaver on it. More went to MIT. There's almost no blood left in him. The injury was post-mortem, and the body must have been lying down. The flesh is burnt around the bullet hole, over a wide area. He was shot at point-blank range, no doubt about it. Bullet wound in the right hip. The blow came from behind. He was decapitated. It was a pretty clean cut. Moore's driver's license.
There.
He must have gotten mixed up in some nasty business.
Where in God's name is forensics?
My ship ended up at the bottom of the sea as well, like my other lives.
Sorry, I'm busy.
This sort of formal decor might impress Boston high society, but not me.
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry.
Looks like Lydia's planner. Lydia's life seems to revolve around June and her home in Costa Rica, with Jason often absent.
Why is the FBI interested in Moore?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on. There are blood stains on the garbage chute. Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... Give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No.
Fine vintages imported from Europe. Moore knew how to treat his guests.
This is where I met Moore for the first time. Lydia and June at the beach. A safe. Now we just have to find the code.
Son of a bitch wasn't messing around. Have you seen all that cash?
Nice collection. Working for us has its advantages.
A souvenir from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange.
Account statements from different banks. Nothing that concerns us. Deeds, stock portfolios. Moore doesn't just manage the 𝘠𝘠𝘠𝘵 business.
There's a retainer here somewhere.
A Boston manufacturer's files. A Boston manufacturer's files. Portfolios of old shares. The mayor's deeds.
An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87. 𝘠𝘠𝘠𝘠. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis. Dijon, are you making plans in case things go south? Or are you planning to leave us? I understand better now. The prince asked more for a complete report on the members of the Primogen.
It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes. Live stock prices. I had fun for a while too, at first.
Officer Baker, can I help you?
Were you the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime?
Yes, sir. My partner and I were the first to get here.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Did he see the wound?
Yeah, he said the victim was holding his right hip. So I went upstairs with the caretaker. We saw blood in the elevator and on the landing. I rang the doorbell, but nobody answered, so the caretaker opened the door. I identified myself. There were traces of blood leading down the hall away from the entrance, and just after that, I found the decapitated body.
Did your partner come with you?
No, he stayed in the foyer to secure the entrance to the building.
Did you touch the body?
No. There was nothing I could do to help him, so I secured the scene. I put my gloves on to take his ID out of his jacket pocket so we could identify him. Then I called it in.
Where was the caretaker during that time?
I told him not to come inside, but he followed me. When he saw the corpse, he was really shaken. He wouldn't let go of me.
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that?
I secured the entrance to the apartment.
Were you able to find the bodyguards?
No. There was nobody here, but they must be somewhere. We're looking. After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of things, somebody searched the apartment. When Sergeant Lehane got here, she took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
So there's no sign of the family then?
He ain't even hurt.
Nothing. The place is empty.
This is your chance. that shot. You keep her alive.
That's it? You seem concerned.
It's nothing. I just don't have enough evidence to go on. Guess I've got to keep looking.
All right then. I'll let you get back to work.
You they took Marianne?
What happened?
Came and snatched her in the middle of the night. Said she was a firefly. You believe that shit?
Better not mention the fireflies.
Sorry, Agent Smith, but I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah.
The watch is broken.
Human logic is beyond me. What's the point in doing that?
Right about that. I'll show you the weapons.
Come on, get up here, sit next to me. All right, wait up.
Got everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out.
The long-awaited trailer for HBO Max's The Last of Us has finally arrived, and with it comes our first in-depth glimpse at not just Joel and Ellie, but of the world itself. The trailer isn't heavy in story details and is mostly accompanied by music with small excerpts from what to expect from the show. Luckily, the show seems to be taking heavy inspiration from its source material. So with that, we figured it's high time to break the trailer down and point out all its similarities. Here's every video game reference and Easter egg we spotted in The Last of Us premiere trailer.
From Fortress Security, after the installation of a system for more.
The roses have faded, there's frost at my door.
First off is the song itself. The entire trailer is laid over top Hank Williams' Alone and Forsaken. The song is actually heard playing from the tape that Ellie swiped from Bill's as Joel and Ellie drive a truck through Pittsburgh before being ambushed by hunters.
Screw it.
Anyone who's even the tiniest bit familiar with The Last of Us will recognize the infamous Firefly symbol being painted over here. Seeing that the Fireflies are a revolutionary militia group, their words and symbols pop up quite a bit in The Last of Us. Just a few seconds later, we see the words, "When you're lost in the darkness," sprawled on the wall. Taken from the full Firefly quote, "Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Believe in the Fireflies." Here we get an excellent shot of Joel's broken watch. If you played the first 20 minutes or so of the original game, you'll know it opens with Joel's daughter, Sarah Miller, gifting him the watch.
Kept complaining about the broken watch.
Of course, Sarah doesn't make it through Outbreak Day, and the watch is damaged because of this encounter. We get a quick glimpse of someone in a pair of Converse shoes chained up, which reminds us of a later section of the game where Ellie is being held captive by the cannibal David.
You are making it very difficult to keep you alive.
Here we see what appears to be a typical outpost checkpoint the characters from The Last of Us are often forced to go through to leave or enter the quarantine zones. Aside from the giant spotlight, you'll notice some barbed wire, as well as a giant welcome sign. Early on in the game, when Tess, Joel, and Ellie are escaping Boston, right after being detained by some guards, they escape and then use pipes and tunnels to get away from their pursuers. This scene seems to be a recreation of that, A tad bit later in the trailer, we seemingly get a glimpse of their escape. It's a fair bet that this is Bill, as you can see his beard here as he's watching CCTVs of what looks like the government either loading or unloading trucks full of people. Later in the trailer, we get a better look at Bill, who seems to come to Joel's rescue after springing one of Bill's many traps. The show gives us a full, incredibly somber look at post-apocalyptic downtown Boston, outside of the quarantine zone, a scene fans from the game will be incredibly familiar with. While we can't guarantee that this is a direct reference, the bright clothes and skulls seen here evoke the same feelings of hope and death that you find when you're traveling through the Pittsburgh sewers in the game. The show trailer finally gives us our first glimpse at a clicker, something Tess, Joel, and Ellie also encounter in the game. This is our first and only look at the leader of the Fireflies, Marlene. The way she is holding her stomach is likely due to a bullet wound, which is the main reason why she tasks Joel and Tess with looking after Ellie. Fun fact, Merle Dandridge is playing Marlene in the show. She's also the same person who played her in the game. Here we see a young Ellie riding a merry-go-round with Riley, a character from The Last of Us's only DLC, Left Behind. It's unclear how in-depth the show will cover the events of Left Behind, or if we're just seeing a glimpse of their story being told through a flashback. Don't forget, The Last of Us actually begins on Outbreak Day, before the world as we knew it fell apart. We get to see a few scenes of that chaos going down, as well as Joel carrying Sarah through the mayhem. Here we get one of our only looks at Tess, Joel's smuggling partner. This scene may take place when the Fireflies attack the Boston quarantine zone checkpoint, as we see many soldiers, some of who get shot. This is Melanie Lynskey, who will be playing Kathleen, the leader of the hunters who ambushed Joel and Ellie in Pittsburgh. The run truck also makes an appearance. We get a few shots of the snow, which is a very familiar setting for the later parts of the game. This shot here is likely Joel and Tommy arriving at Tommy's dam. Although, in the game, Joel and Ellie meet up with Tommy during fall, before winter. The start of winter is after Joel is wounded in the game, so this could just be a lake rather than Jackson Dam. We also get a one-to-one recreation of the moment Joel and Ellie escape David's clutches. Although in the show, it takes place outside, where in the game, they're both still in the cabin.
It's me! It's me! It's me! Look! It's me.
Nearing the end, we get one more terrifying look at the clickers we'll see in the show, looking as disgusting as always. And finally, the trailer caps off with two iconic scenes from the game. The first being when Joel and Ellie watch the sunrise over the Capitol building, followed by a quick shot of them riding a horse together as they approach the University of Eastern Colorado. So far, The Last of Us on HBO Max seems to be one of the most faithful adaptations of a video game story we've seen to date, filled to the brim with recreations and respect shown to the original source material. And with Neil Druckmann on board to help guide the show, is that really a surprise? But let us know what you think of the trailer, and be sure to shout out any theories you may have as well. And of course, for much
June's whole life in pictures. Jason and June, probably on a beach in Costa Rica.
Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent, June?
You must be Smith.
Yes.
Rickman.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. This is the girls' room. There's no sign of her. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm going to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Smith.
A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her. bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her.
Interesting.
Beryl, will you ever change?
Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag, in a hurry to leave. I've never been in this part of the apartment before.
Poems in Lydia's mother tongue. Poems in Lydia's mother tongue.
Bottle of disinfectant, obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific. Ugh, what a mess.
Nobody told me there would be a retainer here.
What are you playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the council.
Why would the council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
What's that file you've got?
Oh, an account file. Have it. Here you go.
Okay. Let's see how much she knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my missions.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
What I've got. Of course, sir. Here. That's everything.
You made the right choice. Tell me exactly what they asked you to do.
I got a message at 2:20 telling me to go to this address. I was supposed to pick up more and some financial documents. After that, I was supposed to wait for further instructions.
Read the message you received.
Target, Jason Moore. Address, 200 Clarendon Street, top floor. Exfiltrate target if possible. Otherwise, final elimination. Destroy 𝘠𝘠𝘭𝘠's files. Complete mission for further instructions.
If I had gotten to Moore before you did...
I would have had to take him out.
Well, you could have tried. Well...
I hope I'm not going to have any trouble.
But there's no point in having two of us here.
You're going to go home now.
Very well, Mr. Bazori. I'll finish up and head out. There. Oh.
Meet me there. Okay, sure. Can you take a look at the cards, please?
I'll run the plates.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. They didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant, part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
He?
What?
You said he must have been in a hurry. You're saying it was a man?
Oh, no, it just slipped out without thinking. It could have been a woman. Do you think it was the murderer?
We're not sure of anything at this point. I've got a few questions. Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry.
And you said there was an accident near the exit.
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right? Let me know if you have any other questions.
Any news, guys?
Nothing yet.
Hilda's planned for everything, even her eventual end.
Clearly, the driver had difficulty handling it. A vehicle ran into the wall. There's nothing in it. Can't be forced. I have to find a way to open it.
Hello, Mr. Bazori.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Is it just me, or are you pals with all the cops around here?
Let's just say I'm pretty intuitive. You know what I mean. In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a hell of a reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody. The name's Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood. I spent years hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
Who created you?
His name was Victor, but he died last year.
Do the kindred know you exist?
Yeah. I followed the rules, but the prince told me he never wanted to see me again, so I try not to make waves. I try to help out, here and there. I'm hoping someone will notice one day, and I'll be allowed to become a true kindred.
That's not very likely, if you ask me. I hope it works out for you.
I'm doing what I can. Actually, if you could put a word in with the prince, I'd be eternally grateful.
I don't get involved in that kind of thing.
Of course, obviously. But seeing as how I'm already working for your child, Mr. Underwood, I thought that maybe...
You work for Beryl?
Yes. I also work at a red salon, a couple of hours each day.
What do you do there, exactly?
Cleaning, mostly.
What are you doing here, then?
I thought it was a pretty cushy gig. It leaves me with a lot of spare time, even while I'm on the job. And it also means I can live at night.
Are you involved in what happened up there?
Not at all. I swear. I've got a sweet job here. I'd never risk it.
So what happened?
I've got no clue. My shift started at 10 p.m., as usual. The sixth floor tenant left around 11. At midnight, one of Mr. Moore's bodyguards came down to get the car. They were going to a party, apparently. I didn't see them come back. Then, around 2:20 or so, one of Mr. Moore's cars went flying out of here. It hit the wall near the exit.
Did you see who was behind the wheel?
No, it's got tinted windows. I thought it was Mr. Moore at first. But from what happened upstairs, I doubt it now. Hey, Were you the one who...
You really think if it was me who did it, I'd be standing around here trying to figure out what happened? Did you recognize the car?
Yeah, it was his sports car. The only one like it here.
What can you tell me about Moore?
I saw him a lot. He's the tenant I got to know best because of his working hours. And he was the most generous when it came to maintaining his cars, too.
Anything in particular about Mrs. Moore?
Yeah, I see her every once in a while. Sometimes I see her with a girl, coming back from vacation. Sure is good they weren't here tonight.
What makes you say that?
Well, Mrs. Moore's car. I haven't seen it in the garage for weeks, and she's the one who took the girl to school. Mr. Moore told me they were on vacation, and he was going to go join them soon.
Did you see the bodyguards today?
James came by earlier this evening to move Mr. Moore's car, but I haven't seen them since.
Hey, what kind of cooks have you got in your trunk?
Oh, I see you've found my little treats. I haven't got much there. There have been a lot of orders lately.
I must still have some of that rust elixir left.
How do you open the dumpsters in the garbage room?
What dumpster?
The dump... Are you toying with me?
No, but the cops already looked. There's nothing there.
Open it.
Mr. Bazzori, I promise you won't find anything there. And I can't open it anyway. It's for staff only. Why do you want to go through the trash anyway?
I have to comb the place, that's all. That's enough now.
I really can't, sir. But it's not personal. Listen, we're just gonna forget this conversation ever happened, and...
Excuse me? You didn't just try to corrupt my memories, did you?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Mr. Missouri. I shouldn't have. I know. How can I make it up to you?
You're taking a big risk by messing with someone like me. I'm sure that's not news to you.
Yes, I know, but it doesn't have to come to that. I meant no disrespect. Obviously.
Obviously. So you could open this dumpster for me. Open it now.
Just promise me you won't touch anything. Some of my stuff is in there. Please, don't touch it.
I give you my word that I won't touch anything. That's the best I can do.
Really?
Don't make me say it again.
All right, all right. Your reputation precedes you. I can take you at your word. All right, it's open.
Wouldn't you rather tell me what you're hiding in there?
Well, I cook a little. A guy's gotta survive. I don't have to tell you that. I don't make a whole lot of money here.
What do you cook?
Oh, a little of everything. But I've got all my stuff in there. And there's some pretty rare ingredients.
Rare?
Yeah. And kinda illegal, too.
Such as?
In some recipes, well, I use vials of kindred's blood, for instance.
Whose blood?
Well, it depends on what I can find.
Okay, but what have you got right now, exactly?
If I tell you, can it stay just between us?
You're not fucking going to start again.
Okay. Okay, I managed to obtain some of Quentin King's blood.
But of course, this guy's the perfect patsy. I almost pity him.
King answered the beckoning at the same time as the rest of the city's elders.
It can't be his blood.
One more thing, boss.
Don't call me that.
I hope we'll meet again, Mr. Missouri. How can I help you, Agent Smith? Happy to help.
Why, it's makeshift lab. And it's not meth. Old chicken feet. A shoe with worn-out leather. I wonder what he's cooking with that garbage. Rusty cans. Who would want to take that? Empty soda cans. Who would want to take that? Empty soda cans. Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hello. McLean. Can I help you?
Just a few questions. Do we have access to where the trash is kept?
No. There's no garbage room that I could find.
Well, you missed it, but...
Just ask Wyatt about it. He'll know for sure.
You questioned the caretaker when you arrived?
We didn't have to. Wyatt told us everything we needed. He's a real team player.
Your colleague mentioned an accident that happened tonight. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, no. Not yet. Wyatt told us everything he knows.
Moore had several cars, right?
Yeah, I think so. But you better talk to Wyatt about that. If you want to find out more, you should talk to,
Wyatt.
Oh, so you know him too?
How can I help you, Agent Smith?
So, what's it like to be a thin blood?
You're curious, aren't you? Usually, you hunt us down without asking any questions.
There are rules, Wyatt.
Yeah, but I never asked to be this way. If you look at it that way, I'm innocent, if that means anything to you.
Like I said, there are rules. If we don't follow them, there will be chaos.
But it's unfair.
That's the Camarilla for you. You could have gone to the Anarchs if you didn't like our rules.
Or, we can change things from the inside.
We're eternal. We don't know how to change.
We were hunted under Quentin King. Look at us now. Things are already starting to change.
I hope so, for your sake. So, what's it like to be a thin blood?
It sucks. Yeah, I can still go outside during the day, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. The descendants just can't understand. Sure, it's nice.
More than nice. I've been roaming the night since 1745. Do you have even the slightest idea what that does to you? How it changes you, without even realizing it, without wanting to. It eats at you from the inside.
But I'm still not complete. So, if I had to choose, I'd rather live at night and be like you. Thin buds are the dregs of society. We're always wondering what's gonna happen to us. You, of all people, should know that. If we want to be like you, even a little bit, we have to come up with potions that have a temporary effect.
I found your cook shop.
You didn't touch anything, I hope.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Mr. 𝘍𝘍𝑠𝑗. Happy to help. Oh, fuck. How can I help you, Agent Smith? Happy to help.
An old glass bottle, taken from the trash.
right on.
Did you find anything?
Nothing yet.
I've just got one more question.
Yes. What do you want to know?
Does the name Fortress Security mean anything to you?
Does it ever? Hard to forget them. They came out here last year to work on a project for about 2 weeks. And Mrs. Moore had interior designers here just about every season. But this time, the workers showed no respect for the common areas. There were 4 of them, and I can tell you, they made quite a mess. I had to clean up the debris and plaster they left behind them for weeks.
Any idea what they were working on?
No. I mind my own business.
4 workers here for 2 weeks who left behind loads of debris and plaster. They weren't here for a small project. I think we're done here. Thank you.
Huh. You managed to calm him down. I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions. One of the weapons is missing.
Sorry, Smith, but I've got work to do.
Sorry, I'm busy.
This sort of formal decor might impress Boston high society, but not me. The victim lost a lot of blood.
Sorry, Smith. A little busy here.
Oh, there are blood stains on the garbage chute. Ugh, what a stench.
Any news, guys? Still looking.
Do you know if a backup's on the way? This should take a long time.
A vehicle ran into the wall. There's nothing in it. Even access to the trash is restricted here.
How can I help you, Agent Smith? Happy to help. How can I help you, Agent Smith? Happy to help.
We're waiting for the forensics.
Clearly, the driver had difficulty handling it.
My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns.
I'll finish here and I'm on my way. Find anything?
Nothing yet.
I'll finish here and I'm on my way.
Jason Moore. That guy had it all. Huh. You managed to calm him down. I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions.
The blow came from behind.
Sorry, Smith, but I've got work to do.
My ship ended up at the bottom of the sea as well, like my other lives.
It's okay. Don't worry.
There are bloody prints on these bags. When I knew him, he took better care of himself. What's going on with him? need to see you there.
Of course.
That must remind him of Costa Rica. It's a whole way of life there. Slow down and enjoy things, in contrast to Jason's life. It seems like gardening is a real passion for Lydia. Not sure Jason shares your enthusiasm.
His poor family. Such a violent crime. It's just unbelievable.
What a mess. Nobody's done the cleaning in ages.